Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive Talking Nerd, John Norgrove, and this is Nerd Jive. So, first up today, Disney's making some robots. So, Disney just recently filed a patent for a gas-filled, soft-touch, human interactive robot. So, again, let me explain this to you, just in case you haven't automatically caught what I'm talking about. It's a robot, is filled with some sort of a gas, right? And it's soft to the touch and squishy like, and it's designed to interact with humans. I don't know if you get it, but we're talking about Baymax from Big Hero 6. They filed a patent for that fucker. Apparently, with a degree of complexity enough to actually construct one. They have some legit designs, which is awesome. I doubt we'll ever get to a place where we're getting them in our house, but you might be able to get them at the amusement parks. And frankly, I'm definitely in favor of our soft, squishy, robotic overlords. So, hey, Baymax is gonna be the new ruler of the species. Let's make it happen. I read that article and was just overjoyed in a, hyper Disney fanboy kind of a way. So yeah, I love it. I'm super happy about that. Next up, so Stephen King's Mist just got a teaser trailer. We're gonna call it that. I mean, it's a full trailer, but I kind of wouldn't call it a full trailer because it's not for a movie. I know that in like 2007 or whatever, we got a movie, The Mist, that was shit. Yeah, let's be nice and just call it shit and not what it actually is. But they're making Spike, shockingly, is making a 10-episode miniseries for the 1980 horror novel by Stephen King, also called The Mist. The TV series actually looks really good. So, okay, I'm not a huge Stephen King novel fan, but I'm a pretty big Stephen King television series movie fan. What is that? The Hospital one that they made the miniseries for, I don't remember what it's called, was phenomenal. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think it looks really, really good. It looks creepy as shit. It looks like it's gonna flesh out a lot more of the stuff. I've seen a lot of things that are saying that it's not as much like crawling chaos in the Mist and a little bit more psychological than the 2007 movie, but I'm kind of okay with that. Either way, I think it looks good. I'm excited. I'm a fan. You know what? Let's do it. It premieres June 22nd at 10 p.m. on Spike, so keep an eye out for it. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch it. Maybe after the first episode airs, wife and I'll do a little mini review kind of thing, if I remember that far in advance, which is 50-50, I don't remember things so good. But either way, the trailer for it's going to be linked below, so check that out. Next up is Konami Codes in the Bank of Canada. So this is kind of awesome. All right, so in commemoration of 150 years of independence, which is from 1867 to 2017, Canada is releasing a new $10 note, a new $10 bill. It's your modern. It's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the holograms, and it's got the historical art. It's got like 4 motherfuckers on the front. It's got like landscapes on the back. It's got like this huge hologram section and like banners and just got like a bajillion things. It's crazy. But linked below is the Bank of Canada's commemorative $10 note website. Now, if you click that link below, and if you do it, you better tell me, because I was maybe a little overjoyed when I first did it today. If you go to that bank, the $10 banknote website that I have linked below, enter the Konami code, which you need to know: up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B. All right, go to the website below, enter the Konami code. It starts raining money and playing an 8-bit rendition of the Canadian national anthem. This is amazing. Like, insane amazing. What the hell is happening? Kind of amazing. I'm so excited about it. I saw this and was just like, I gotta share it. But I chose not to share it just on the Facebook page and bring it up in the video because of how awesome this is. So check that out below. If you do it and you see it, let me know what you think. It's crazy, right? And you don't need to enter it into a space or something like that. Just go to the link and then just start typing the Konami code on your keyboard and do it. It's crazy. Oh my god. Like, it's awesome. All right, so let me know below. So, quickie news. First up, South Korean researchers have developed a new graphene electrode OLED display. So what this means is that as opposed to using a silicone-based electrode, they're using graphene as an electrode in flexible OLED displays, which makes them more resilient and more flexible. And this isn't just laboratory level shit. The way they developed it was with production level technology in mind, which means it's not like we can do it, but it would cost $10,000 a square centimeter of graphene. Like tiny upgrades to current technology, like in the manufacturing warehouse, they would be able to print these kind of a thing. So flexible OLED displays are definitely a potential in the future. I mean, I'm hearing like 5-10 years dead max on this kind of stuff. Link below, there's an article on it from the Korean Herald. Next up, so AMD, they're back in the game, right? So they recently released the Ryzen 7 chip. They recently had an announcement on the Ryzen 7 chips, which are direct competitors to the i7. And they've just recently announced Ryzen 5 chips, which are direct competitors to the i5 from Intel. Now, it's a cheaper option. It's AMD. It's always a cheaper option. All right, so it's a cheaper option than the i5. But in a multi-threaded, multi-core test, they're nearly doubling the i5's scores, which is good. It's one of those things where like it seems intrinsically obvious. If you're making a 6-core or 8-core i5 style processor, then you should have twice as much score when you do the tests. But they're getting twice as much score. The difference is that multi-core, they're getting twice as much. Single core, they're only several hundred points below. So, they're getting like and I don't have the numbers written down, but they're getting like a 600 and single core, and the Intel's getting an 800. So, like, their multi-core is so much higher, but their single core is such a small amount lower that it's, they're closing that gap. And especially when you think about AMD's price point and stuff like that, I'm at a place where I might build a second, like a second rig, like from scratch kind of style, gaming rig kind of thing. And I'm kind of thinking about going AMD for my second rig since it's going to be primarily media in the living room. But yeah, let me know what you think about AMD. If you're an AMD fan, tell me below, what you think about that. Or if you're an Intel fan, tell me that's a stupid idea. But I have a nice i7 kind of gaming rig, but I'm thinking about building a smaller, lighter, sort of media PC light gaming sort of rig, and I'm thinking of going AMD. Let me know what you think about that. So real quick, Prey, which is the new Bethesda game that looks so amazing. Bethesda, they're kicking ass, man. But so Prey is getting an early test sort of a thing. So Prey comes out May 5th. Right? But on April 27th, for PS4 and for Xbox One, the first hour of gameplay is going to be available for free, which means that you get to test it out, see if you like it, and if you like it, you're going to buy the game. Now, I would traditionally buy Prey for the computer, just because I would rather game on a computer. It's easier for me. I'm not really a controller person. I'm kind of a keyboard mouse kind of guy. But that being said, I have a PS4. I'm 100% going to try that. Prey looks awesome. They're calling it like a shift in the horror genre, and it's like this big bloody deal, and I love Bethesda, so check that out. Whatever, put it on your calendar. Like, pay attention, man. Prey is going to be available April 27th, PS4, Xbox One. First hour of gameplay is free for trial. So check that out. I got a link below on it. The last thing I wanted to talk about was, shockingly, sex robots. So RealDoll, the company RealDoll, which makes human-shaped sex dolls. I don't really know exactly what they want us to call them. But so they just recently announced this piece of technology called this company called RealBotics, which is developing an AI for their sex dolls based on Android architecture. So basically, this is sort of like an intuitive. You can choose language, and you can choose accents and characteristics, whether it's submissive or dominant or bloody, whatever. And it's sort of interactive, kind of like the movie Her. Where once you set the parameters, it sort of interacts with you. I mean, we're not saying that we're at the Her level of AI, but so RealBotics has developed this Android-based artificial intelligence technology in their subsidiary of RealDoll, specifically for human interactive, sex robot sort of stuff. It was announced that later this year they're going to start selling a robotic head, right? So it's a head unit that has all the sensors and the technology and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know, what I read doesn't necessarily delineate whether it moves or looks at you or blinks or does human-y things, or if it's just a face that talks to you through a speaker, which would be terrifying. But so they're selling this head that is a direct attachment to their current model and future model RealDoll sex dolls. Now they're calling it $10,000. Their essentially estimate is about $10,000 right now, so it's way outside the price range of anybody reasonable. But sort of $10,000 plus. I have no clue how much a bloody RealDoll sex doll costs, but we're gonna assume a couple thou. So $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 is gonna get you the closest thing to a sex robot money can buy in 2017 by the end of the year, which is kind of awesome. I mean, we still have a ways to go, but we're closing that gap. We're approaching essentially sex robots, and it's going to be interesting to see how it affects things. I mean, if an artificial intelligence is capable of human interaction to a sexual degree, is it okay? And it just takes away from human sex, human sex, not trade in the bad sense, but in Mustang Ranch, kind of like brothel sort of stuff, or does it bring that deeper into question where maybe the whole idea of the paid-for sexual experience thing becomes a bigger deal? It brings up a lot of questions that we've never really approached in a full sense as a culture or as a species. It's very classic science fiction. Where does the line between humans and artificial intelligence lie? If an artificial intelligence can produce emotional simulacrums, or emotional simulations, does it deserve the rights? And if it does deserve the rights, then is one of these sex robots illegal in a state where prostitution is illegal because you're having to pay money for? There's a lot of questions that aren't being answered. But yeah, I mean, good for you guys, RealDoll, making sex robots. You're clearly leading the future. But either way, quickie news over. I mean, that was kind of all I wanted to talk about today. If you guys follow me on social media, you saw that I linked the second trailer for Atomic Blonde today. It's awesome. Check that stuff out. But either way, you want some of the stuff that I link all the time. You also want updates about my videos. Like my videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on social media, facebook.com/nerdjive, follow me on Instagram, blackmerlin13, or follow me on Twitter, do all that stuff, and let me know if you guys find an interesting sort of techno weird article like that, some nerdy stuff or whatever. Either way, like, comment, subscribe. Click it below, man. Subscribe to that stuff. Share it on your social media. Let other people listen to my stuff. They're either going to like it or hate it. Kind of don't care which bloody direction, but they'll probably like it. Whatever. Either way, I've been John Norcrove. This has been Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy, guys.